All right, people, I'm back. I did get quite a bit dug out here, but then I started to run into these cantaloupe vines, and I actually accidentally pulled it up, so I hurried up and stuffed it back in the ground. Luckily, those cantaloupes are about done. I'm getting my peppers started watering. My husband, he's taking the little tractor with the splitter out back. He's gonna go try and finish up that big pile he's got back there from the tree that fell down. So I'll get these watered. I pulled a wheelbarrow full of weeds over there. I get to getting a little bit aggressive, and then I start making damage, so I made myself quit. Hot. Went to the house, changed my foot gear. Them muck boots are just too hot. It's 80 degrees with a little humidity now. And I had to put my sun hat on. Oh, that's not working. It's not a glamorous job. And I'm sure it's relatable to people who have gardens. Hopefully I didn't get too many chiggers crawling on me. That's why I wear my long pants and my boots. And I spray myself off before I get to digging in this tall grass. Because they're still out here. I've still been getting a few bites. But my immune system isn't flaring up quite so bad with the bites as they were last year. But the ground is starting to get dry, so my goal is to get some of this stuff watered more than it is to make it look pretty. At this point, it's best just to let it be, or you'll be tearing out your watermelon vines, which I did tug on this one. I haven't figured out where he came from. He's over here somewhere, but I pulled on his vine a little bit, so I'm gonna back off on the weeding. Good soil, a little bit of nutrition, and some watering. They flourish regardless if you got weeds in here and make it look ugly or not. But I'm learning my lesson on weed control. I put some bark out in a few places as walkways in the beginning, but it ended up we fenced on this side here, and so the bark's on the other side. That's where I had the corn planted that the crows and deer messed with. So it wasn't a big plot. I kind of had an idea that I wasn't going to be successful on it, but I gave it a try. There's always next year. All right. other heads here somewhere. This is a good drink of water. I think I showed you these melons. They're getting nice and big. So hopefully disturbing that plant, they'll still finish. And once again, I forgot my fork to dig up these potatoes. But right now my focus is watering. But I got it cleared pretty good. In the front here anyway. This is the cantaloupe over here that I pulled up from being too aggressive. So I'm going to water it and hope that it gets some nourishment and continues to ripen up those cantaloupe right there. That might be a pipe dream. But you know, those farmers, they do flood irrigating. They have those big fields of melons. And I'm sure they don't get out there and get every weed out. My nose itches. I'm just making excuses for my weeds. That's plain and simple. This poor little pepper plant, he's been getting a little abused. I step on it sideways once in a while. And all you old timers that live here in Missouri are probably laughing at me. But that's okay. I've been gardening all my life and I think I'm gonna get the hang of it yet. I had the best of intentions of keeping this organized, but I kind of failed. We're going to have a week of heat, so I can't really give these guys any Fishimals unless I get up here early in the morning or in the evening. But they seem to be doing pretty good. We got a lot of manure and compost in this soil. So, and they're growing good and putting off lots of produce. And with the compost in here, it's pretty soft, so it absorbs this water well. It is August, if I didn't mention that before. Let me know in the comments if you guys have gardens. I know somebody did. They mentioned they had lots of melons too. And I'd like to know where you live and how you contain all your weeds and what your secrets are. We all watch different YouTube channels on people who have ideas on how to best grow watermelons, cantaloupes, peppers, all that. And that's where I've gotten a lot of my tips on fertilize. But and my melons that I was telling you about, that I plant my honeydew next to my cantaloupe. Those cantaloupe are delicious. They are working out really well. Some of them are hearts of gold. That's kind of my favorite cantaloupe. I don't remember what the honeydew brand is or species is. I was kind of hoping I'd find out where all the spots are back in here, where all this melons are, but it's a little wild and jungly. But I pretty much remember I planted all these in rows in here. And then I left a few stakes over there of curtain rods that marked off where my watermelons are. So I pretty much got an idea where they're at. If I can keep from stepping on stuff. And find them. watering the weeds at this point as well. But I've got watermelon here, cantaloupe there, watermelon over there, and over here. That much I know. So I'm trying to soak the area pretty good. I guess as long as you're successful in your gardening, it's kind of like us. We don't always have to be so glamorous. This boy here. That's a Cayenne long slim. And I know some of you are probably having ideas in your head where you're going, if I was that lucky to have that kind of a garden, I'd take really good care of it. Well, good. We got one over here somewhere. There it is. Maybe over here. Well, let's see, we made 12 jars of salsa with our peppers and tomatoes. And I'd say at least 48 jars of pickles and relish. And the carrots tops are up good. I'm hoping we'll get some carrots. I had to plant those twice. I started at the end of May because we had so much rain. And so I had to plant them a couple times because the soil kind of washed them. And I wasn't sure that they were gonna produce. But I got them here and there. over here, this cantaloupe's looking pretty good. He's still green though. I showed you all those. All right, I'm probably boring you, but thanks for coming along in my unedited video. Hope you enjoy your day. I say that because I really mean it. So I guess I'll sign off. Talk to you later.